It is a little bit more solo queue, but Razork, of course, does like that champion. I'm just maybe a little concerned. They do have a lot of magic damage on this team for Misfits, and there is an Ornn on the other side too, so that might be something I have to work through.
And we'll see on the other side, of course, there's double ADs. We help a little bit with itemization. Misfits on the blue side. They took down Fnatic yesterday in emphatic fashion, and Vitality almost able to pick up the win. It's Misfits taking on Vitality right now.
And Kobbe's going to be too late to the party to get this started.
The teleport advantage for here, it's not going to matter in this location. Remember, Comp has got the Ash Arrow. I'm waiting for that to go. The Rift Herald is going very low. Vanda's going to be sidestepping. Ash Arrow goes nowhere. Rift Herald will go down in just a moment. That's the engage. The death sentence catches onto Vanda, and he's already blown up. The Lantern goes all the way forward, and that's going to be the Herald secured by Misfits. They lose themselves Vanda for first blood, but they do get the possibility of some plate gold, maybe even a tower.
Yeah, it's blood right there in terms of like actual gold. Herald's going to get you 2, maybe 3 plates with some pressure, but obviously with the kill going over, it also converts into this Infernal Drake. So Vitality, very comfortable with how that play ended up being sorted out. And at the end of the day, Misfits were just a little bit slow to move into that plane. It wasn't like they made any sort of big mistake to have that happen, but Kobbe did have to go to bot lane to pick up that wave. Otherwise, he falls very far behind. It was just Vitality using the pressure because they took the reset in the bot lane first, knowing they were going to be able to shove that wave all the way in and convert.
It's like all the different engagements and sides, and Ash Arrow going way wide. Here it's going to step all the way forward, pick himself up a plate, and with Razork coming up, Chrono Break's available. They could fancy themselves a dive. Parallel convergence, phase dive, time winder, slice dice, and easy peasy lemon squeezy Shagenda just gets done.
Yeah, I mean, he flashed, but didn't really have anywhere to go.
Nope.
Still stuck inside that CC. Now Herald should come down. I mean, this turret, I think he's going to wait, right? It does true damage and POV. Very nice play regardless, though. Although Razork's sticking around, I do believe this turret will ultimately end up falling down. And Razork still has that ulti, so a dive isn't off the table here.
Well, here it's already got himself a 20 CS advantage. The tower's about to fall. Time Winder will buy some time, and the focus very clearly. Get the objective and get out.
Very nicely done there. And I think Razork's going to be able to go back to base, finish off his first item. And this is what I wanted to talk about with the Echo pick is Echo Jungle actually really got buffed, I believe.
Land, and it's a party in the bot lane. 5 versus 5, everyone's invited.
Yeah, it's slowing down for the time being because, right, Misfits all get down here. They got the push-ins. They're going to have inside track on that Drake. And Vitality, what do they have left? They still have the Ornn ready to go. Do they still want the fight?
Here it's got the Dominus. The Chaos Storm is up as well. Misfits secure the Dragon, and they're not going to look for a further fight. There is a lot of respect, quote, fear, however you interpret that, but the skill shots didn't land. No targets were at landing those knockups in surprising ways, in fact. So he's definitely utilizing the champion as you would expect. One of the things that was interesting to note is that on the Misfits side, VIT was only able to just complete his Leandra's
Oh, that's an arrow.
Ago.
Hello, that's a kill.
That is a dead VIT, beautifully set up, and observers beautifully highlighted. Vitality pick up their second kill. They will summon the Rift Herald in the middle lane, and they're going to go.
Whoa!
But Misfits aren't done yet. They jump back around. They're going to kill onto Vitality's mid laner Melissa. The tower does go down in the fray, and now Shigen is the next target. Skeens will be able to thread a volley onto Vanda. And now Vitality start to back away. It's a trade again. 1-for-1 in kills, but Vitality got the tower.
Yeah, very tense situation right there. And I think Comp's going to be happy to keep farming up a storm on the top side of the map. Everyone just trying to find these fights, and I love it too.
Wondered if Kobbe was going to press R. He didn't. Look at the mini-map. Melitza's got teleport available. He's pushing the top lane.
Arrow
is in the bottom lane. That's a great arrow onto Razork. Chrono Break is available for him, but he's not going to use it. Melitza will be able to secure this top tower uncontested, but Misfits can peel their way down to the Dragon, and it looks like they'll be able to pick that one up.
Yeah, right now, I think Vitality just want a little bit more time. Funnel up some items on their carries. You know, Comp, of course, by going for the Manamune very early, wasn't able to get any sort of mythic for quite some time, so you just press tab. It doesn't look great for you, and they're going to be just okay with slowing things down and trading for that top vision.
Just before we jump into this next team fight, I do want to ask everybody watching at home and online, who will win this game? MSF or VIT Dash, and I know we are focusing on it a fair amount, but it's really cool to see First Dash and LEC, and also the builds.
Yeah, and sort of looking past that as well, we see Melitza with a Wit's End now, and I mentioned in draft a lot of match damage here, and they're going to try and take out one of those targets. Vitio, he's got no one coming to help him.
He's absolutely dying.
That's rough. They even TP in as well, like Vitality are like, no way you're getting out of this one. We saw your Zoe yesterday. No survivors.
Of course, that may influence the poll at home. Vitality completed
your Zoe yesterday. No survivors.
Of course, that may influence the poll at home. Vitality completed the teleport for Shigenda. He's now made his way south through the river. And does he want to group up with the rest of the squad? Call the Forge God comes out. Vander's going to be the next target. The Ornhorn into a sentence for death. Get back to the fountain. And now Vitality, they're going for Baron.
Yeah, I think it's time. We're just 22 minutes on the clock, but 2 big picks now. Importantly, 10 seconds away, and Matteo's going to be able to teleport into this one. We're just 22 minutes on the clock, but 2 big picks now. Importantly, 10 seconds away, and Matteo's going to be able to teleport into this one. He doesn't have his ultimate, but he's got the rest, and Razork is in position for a steal.
1. VTO is just respawned. 5,000 hit points on the Baron. Razork's going low. 4,000.
Oh, no.
Yash Arrow tags him, dunks him. He's down. Razork get back to fountain. Now, all of a sudden, the Misfits roster is in so much trouble. Shigenda is buying as much time as he possibly can. Misfits are stepping forward, but Baron is secured by Vitality. They set a beautiful pick after pick after pick, and they grab themselves the Baron.
Yeah, very nicely done. It started off by Vitio being very out of position in the side lane without much support or vision to back him up there, and Vitality are able to make great work out of that. Now with the Baron buff on top, everything starts to make a little bit more sense, and we have to go all the way back. Remember when that Dragon was taken? What did Vitality trade it for? They traded it to remove that top lane outer turret. They traded it for the vision.
Group now from Vitality. 1, 2, 3, 4 members towards the bottom half of the map. They've got Baron and Pod minions, and they're looking for another tower.
Yeah, and for Misfits, I think I continue to look at Razork and what his role needs to be in these team fights, because remember, it was about sort of diving the back line, and as Comp went for a more supportive build, now his eyes have to go over towards Melitza, but he went for Wit's End second. He has Merc Tread, so now, you know, the, of course, Magic Pen passive with the boots and on the Mythic item as well. For Razork, it just means less and less and less, and he is running out passive with the boots and on the Mythic item as well. For Razork, it just means less and less and less, and he is running out of targets to select to help his team get these fights.
And look at the multiple lanes of pressure from Vitality. Labrov being used there to pull Comp from mid to bottom lane. The Ash Arrow catches out here, and he gets seismically shoved backwards and gets turned into a pair of boots. The 6th kill for Vitality. The 4th.
Here we go.
The re-engage from Misfits. They find themselves a kill onto Comp, but it's Melitza that you need to be afraid of. The culling is starting to melt down Vander. Call of the Forge God comes out. That goes right between the upright managers to knock Razork in the air. The flash away will keep Vitio from the death sentence, and Vitality, they still win the engage.
Vitality still have minions as well. I'm not sure if they're going to be able to go up to the tower, though. The wave clear of the Victor just a little bit too.
In Misfits. But now with a 4,000 gold lead in favor of Vitality, with Baron having given them absolute control of the Rift, them securing the 2nd Dragon of the game, they're looking very, very good. The one thing you can't disregard, if Melitza gets blown up as quickly as Comp does, can Skeens and Comp have the positioning and the time to still take down the rest of the Misfits squad? That's what we need to follow, and whether or not Misfits can find the key target in his the fight. 5v5 still, setting up in the top lane. Shigenda was moving towards the mid lane, but you notice that Razork is back in base, healing up with Vander. Ash Arrow comes up, Call the Forge God goes wide. Look at the skill shots and the range. Seismic shove into death sentence, layering the CC and the threat zones. Misfits are locked inside their base. They can't do anything.
And it's comps like this one that Vitality are running that absolutely destroy teams that are not...
The Asher on engagement, Vander's looking for a flank.
That's the guy you got to look at. European supports are a treat to watch because they'll just try and figure out that perfect angle to get into a fight. You never expect them to be over there. And can Vitio bait them in?
That's a flash away. Gets out of range of the Ash Arrow, but the Ornhorn is good. That knocks up Vitio and he's down. He is just obliterated with the damage from Skeens and Shigenda alone. Kobe is forced low and forced away. He's got the ultimate to rejoin the fray. Hirit is running, but he will not be allowed to play. Vitality get 2 quick kills and turn back towards the Baron.
You can see exactly the idea there with VTO trying to bait the rest of Vitality into Baron, but Vitality have too much range. Those ultimates are too unfair in that. So trying to bait the rest of Vitality into Baron, but Vitality have too much range. Those ultimates are too unfair in that situation. He just gets trapped in that tight quarter. Vander has to go in, but he only sees Shigenda, so that combo obviously going to mean nearly nothing. And that will be the Baron, the second one of the game now for Vitality.
The second Baron of the game, and once again, just near flawless execution here from Vitality, punishing Misfits and their decision making.
But the positioning is very odd. Here it is behind Razork and Kabi. Vitio, of course, flashed away from the arrow. And
this one's safe. This is League of Legends by the numbers. They're not going to push into the river to set up some vision and dare Misfits to come out.
And it's a major shift from yesterday, from Vitality. Yesterday, Vitality played this comp that was all about individual agency, you know, some poke options. It was much more difficult to execute, and they struggled after getting an early game lead. But you can see coaches, you know, said, let's just go back to the basics here, give you a lot of hard engage options. When we get this advantage, we will convert it. And that is exactly what they've been able to do time and time again this game. This game with arrows like this. And this one, is it going to be able to find him?
No ways. No ways. Okay. The Observer's even trolling.
Yeah, you still got some time to go, Prey.
The thing is, had that worked, it would have been maybe a guaranteed inhibitor. It still may be, as Vander's once again looking for another engage. But remember, that's going to be what? 30, 40-second cooldown. It's now 37-second cooldown. Baron empowered cannon minions, 2 of them. Labrov playing Lantern bot, spin second cooldown. Baron empowered cannon minions, 2 of them. Labrov playing Lantern bot, steps backwards, uses that Lantern to safety, and then Melitza, he peels away to the mid lane. This is great pressure.
Look, Misfits just can't force a fight, right? Their comp has to be all in, and yet they're too far behind to actually be able to pull the trigger without immediately losing the fight, and therefore losing the game. So the inhib will fall down. There's still a minute left of Baron. The next wave will come in. That will be the mid lane inhibitor as well. And Misfits, at some point, you just have to make the call. They've got a level 16 Victor. If anything's going to do it, that would be it.
Comp is in the seat of command. The Ash Arrow is dashed away from. The Orn Horn is summoned, will knock back Vander. The ultimate will buy some time. Burst it down where he stands. Skeens once again, the recipient of that kill, the 10th for Vitality. The second inhibitor will fall. This is a 5 versus 4, and Misfits need to obliterate so many damage threats. Teleport coming in once again. Comp and Labrov step forward. Shigenda gets out thanks to once again a great Lantern, and Vitality need to obliterate so many damage threats. Teleport coming in once again. Comp and Labrov step forward. Shigenda gets out thanks to once again a great Lantern, and Vitality, they're sieging the Nexus.
Yep, they're going for this one. Razor goes in. Can he find it?
You can't do it just yet. Comp's going low, but that's not the main damage threat. Skeens as well is now in trouble. Hirit is putting so much pressure on the back line.
Hirit
trying to burn through Shigenda. Hirit is now cut down where he stands. The Bellows breath.
Kobe!
Lost auto. Kobe manages to get Skeens, but he's blown up. Melitza survives it all. Survives everything Misfits can throw at Vitality, and with a triple kill, Vitality turn their attention to the Nexus. Labrov styles on Vander underneath his own fountain, and Vitality take down Misfits.
It was a valiant attempt there at the end for Misfits. Like, that was a good team fight from them, but ultimately from start to finish, Vitality outclassed. They used this